Come, Nerevar, come. Witness the faction antagonists from the Elder Scrolls 4, Oblivion. We have a very colorful cast of Enwas to go over, so grab your sujama, honor the sixth house and the tribe unmourned, and subscribe to my divine sermons. The faction antagonists in Oblivion are a lot more interesting, but they have their own quirks. Some of them are portrayed to be more dangerous than they actually are. It does have its hidden special agent within the faction tropes, but it is a lot more complicated than Skyrim's simplistic plots. Let us start with the farm tool Ri'Zakar, the leader of the Blackwood Company, the antagonist of the Fighters Guild. He speaks a bunch of farm tool gibberish, saying that he is the Paksich of the Blackwood Company, and that they are very discreet. Yes, they are so discreet that they use the Blackwood Ring of Silence on themselves, so their guild secrets remain their own. In any case, he is the mastermind behind the whole hissed sap fiasco in the village of Water's Edge. You get the quest from a different farm tool, but it's hard not to know that Ri'Zakar organized everything. But you get to eliminate some goblins. Yes, goblins. In any case, you put an end to the Blackwood Company once and for all by attacking their headquarters. In the grand scheme of things, who would hire this Enwa? He can barely speak Tamrielic. Tamrielic, you swit, do you speak it? Honestly, the Dunmer could have put the majority of the Blackwood Company to work more efficiently and for free. Oh, there's also this Maglir fellow, a Bosmer knight, which doesn't make sense that keeps defaulting on his contracts. Probably due to his incompetence, he switches to the Blackwood Company. I mean, seriously, how can a Bosmer be a knight? They fly away immediately when someone sneezes. What a grand and intoxicating innocence. The Mages Guild is having a sort of schism. They do not want Enwa's romancing necks. Oh, sorry, I misread that. They don't wish for Mage Enwas to raise the dead, meaning the Archmage Hannibal Traven banned necromancers from the guild. Little does Traven know that Mannimarco, the Worm King, has returned. He is portrayed to be this powerful necromancer. When the vampire Enwa Count of Skingrad announces the arrival of Mannimarco, it is supposed to send chills down our spines. His appearance created an unhinged chain of events, where members of the Mages Guild started joining the ranks of the Worm King. The Mages Guild is on high alert and in chaos. The Archmage even sacrifices himself to make the battle against Mannimarco easier, but there is no guarantee that you will win. That is, until you face Mannimarco. A ring of fire forms around you and you are ready to face him. The epic battle is about to... Oh, he's defeated? Oh, that was very anticlimactic. Was all that build-up even necessary? Was Hannibal Traven's sacrifice even worth it? If you're able to one-shot this supposedly powerful Enwa, what was the point of this build-up? Is this how you honor the sixth house and the tribe unmourned? Oh, there is also another antagonist in this guild, and her name is Caranya. She still works for the Mages Guild despite being open about necromancy. Of course, when Mannimarco arrives, she promptly betrays the guild and joins him. By the way, this is a reminder to subscribe to my sermons and honor the sixth house and the tribe unmourned by raising your thumbs and writing on a parchment down below. Otherwise, this Ash Ghoul is going to visit you tonight.
I serve Lord Dagoth.
Moving on, the Thieves Guild's antagonist is the mongrel dog of the Empire named Hieronymous Lex, one of the Imperial Legion captains in the Imperial City, and he is obsessed with the Grey Fox. I bet that he has posters of the Grey Fox posted around his house. He stares at them for hours, so much so that if you report a corrupt Enwa to him, he doesn't even bat an eye because he is so obsessed with the Grey Fox. He even sends the whole Imperial Legion into the waterfront to catch all of the Thieves Guild, including the Grey Fox. Little does he know that the Grey Fox is sly enough to evade him. Then you get to forge paperwork in Anvil, and old Lex gets transferred to Anvil. Once the original Grey Fox becomes the Count of Anvil, Lex remains serving him. Poetic justice. Oh right, during the Great Heist, you do encounter very unique creatures known as the Ayleid Guardians. They pack quite the punch, but they have no personality, so there is not much I can say about them. Ah, the Dark Brotherhood, an interesting bunch, especially in Oblivion. Unlike the Thieves Guild, their first antagonist is the mongrel dog of the Empire, captain of the Imperial Legion Adamus Philida. You can see him patrolling the Imperial City, And even at the crime scene of the Black Sacrament, apparently he prevented 13 Black Sacraments. 13, Nerevar. However, just like Hieronymous Lex, he is obsessed with the Dark Brotherhood to the point that he doesn't want to pursue justice anywhere else. He refuses to help Lex with his Thieves Guild obsession, which is very hypocritical of him. The Dark Brotherhood sent not one but 2 assassins after him, but both failed. Only when he retired, they managed to bring him down. Then they stuck his finger into his successor's desk to prove a point. That organization goes to extremes. However, they were not prepared for this M. Night Shyamalan plot twist. The actual antagonist of the Dark Brotherhood is one of their own, Mathieu Bellamont. You see, Lucien Lachance had a contract on his mother's head, and well, the contract was fulfilled. But the head part wasn't precisely solved. Anyhow, Bellamont went ahead and joined the Dark Brotherhood, eventually rising through the ranks and becoming a member of the Black Hand, the governing body of the Dark Brotherhood, just to exert his revenge on Lucien Lachance and the Dark Brotherhood in general. A mother for a mother, I guess. He did not consider that you, Nerevar, did his work for him back in Mournhold, and that the Night Mother is now a ghost. In any case, he manages to frame Lucien Lachance as a traitor by replacing the dead drop contracts with contracts for the members of the Black Hand. Of course, he is found out and dealt with. The end. I still don't understand what kind of dumb Enoir tries to go against a ghost without an enchanted weapon. Ah, yes, the arena. Well, the first antagonist here is kind of boring if you ask me. You have to decimate the yellow team completely in order to get to her. They throw at you pretty pathetic challengers. By the time you get to the yellow team champion, you are a chiseled Enoir, ready to take on any challenge. You can see her training in the arena, and she is highly arrogant and toxic. I mean, she is a Nord, so what would you expect? She gets absolutely decimated in the ring, and the yellow team effectively ceases to exist because all of their fighters permanently retired, should I say. If you want to spice it up, you could capture their souls and keep them on display as trophies. However, the main antagonist of the arena is the orc Agronak Malog. He is known as the Grey Prince, and he's supposed to be a very fierce fighter. However, he wants you to investigate his ancestry. You find out that his father is a mongrel dog of the Empire Vampire, while his mother is, of course, an orc. When you present that information to him, he has an existential crisis and makes the fight a lot easier than it should be. Honestly, he did not need to know his ancestry to have an existential crisis. Seriously, he is an orc. He really has to reevaluate his presence on Mundus. What a fool he is. There are some other minor antagonists I am briefly going to mention. In order to obtain Mehrunes' razor, you have to fight the Drothmeri army, which is an army of Dunmer led by the Telvanni Frathen Drothan in the Ayleid ruin of Varsa Balim, aiming to overthrow the Empire. Truly, a mission that honors House Telvanni, but does not honor the Sixth House and the tribe Unmourned. All I have to say about them is that Drothan might be the only faction antagonist that has views similar to mine when it comes to destroying the Empire. Oh, right, you also fight an old pirate Nord Enoir named Torridon ap Dougal. Apparently he is supposed to have some deep story behind him, but he's just a pirate skeleton, so it is not a big deal. What terrifies me the most is whoever is the antagonist of the Horse Armor DLC. This is it for today, Nerevar. Thank you for listening to this sermon. Once again, don't forget to honor the Sixth House and the tribe Unmourned by writing on the parchment down below, sticking your thumb up and subscribing to my divine sermons. I will see you in the next one.